Darren, it was a good point and clean sheet on the weekend against Maidenhead. What are your reflections now?
No, good point, really good point. I thought it was a really tough game. And probably synonymous with how maybe teams view us now, which is definitely different. And I thought Maidenhead did a brilliant job making it tough, and then right at the end having that little flurry of pressure. I thought they did it very well. It was a very, very tough game. You know, when you think about the elements of our team in terms of speed and aggression, it was very hard to develop any of that. To me, it felt like the ball was always being thrown back in. It was always a throw in to restart the game, and the pitch was very slow, really slow. And that does hamper. I think Maidenhead do a brilliant job every year, and I think 90% of their really, really good work is at home. I think they're very good at home. And tough game. And you know, last year I think we got beat there, which shows you how tough it was or is. And in the end, having taking a point. And I don't think we ever looked like we would win the game after Corboa's chance. I don't think we ever looked like we was ever going to really threaten under real consistent duress. The point was enough for that day.
And that's now 2 consecutive clean sheets, sort of returning to the blueprint set last season of defensive resilience. You touched on it before, but how important will that prove to be across the course of the season?
Yeah, it's everything. It's everything. We can't. I've said this many a time. We have to pick something rather than try and dilute across the whole scope or spectrum of play. And the one thing, you know, we committed to in my first recruitment drive was that we were going to be a very difficult team to play against, and we weren't going to give away many goals, and we weren't going to be silly and give away soft goals. And the start of this campaign saw the exact opposite of that, which we try to address. It doesn't mean we've nailed it and we've got our finger right on it, but there's been a sort of a short-term solution to that problem. And I think some of the players that played out of position during the period where we've had very little midfield availability, they've been excellent. Akinola, absolutely terrific, really terrific. Just his humility to the position, his commitment to roles and responsibilities, the way he goes about it, his athleticism, brilliant temperament. I think he's been excellent in midfield, and I think a Cuthbert, a Taylor, and a Wilkinson would all complement his work in particular. I think he's been a big plus. As has Bradshaw, been a very good signing for us, and we hope he's going to stay with us longer. And they've given us that, no matter what attitude, we're not going to go easily or lightly into the night. And I think that is the fundamental of us. Jääskeläinen's form has been excellent, and we need to prioritise that above all else. If we are to be any sort of competitive football team, we have to commit to that side of the game.
And we're back at home on Saturday against Solihull, another team that started well. What have you made of them?
Well, I've known the manager for a long time, and a really good coach, and the strategy that he's deploys is very similar to his last club, which is testament, because he's been able to recruit around that strategy and deploy it in a very, very efficient way. Many congratulations, of course, on his Manager of the Month award. He started brilliantly. They've started brilliantly, and a few of the players in there are ex-players of mine, who I know very well, and he's getting the best out of them, very much so. like every game, it's going to be a very tough game. They're a very different team to what we've played so far, in terms of the way they go about their play. But they're very effective, and they've got a nice balance between calm and chaos in terms of their play, and they've got that differentiation with the centre forward being a big obstacle that that manages defenders very, very well. So yeah, very good start, and be a tough game. I think it's the last unbeaten team, maybe in the next few leagues, but yeah, be a tough one.
And week on week, it's been no secret we've had quite a few injuries. How's the squad looking now, and can we expect any incomings in the next week or so?
Yeah, they're doing a nice little relay at the moment, the players. They're kind of all taking turns to be injured, so when one department comes back, another department regresses. We will, so far we've had Wilkinson back in training, Oyeleki back in training, and Corboa back in training. Ricky was injured Saturday, he didn't train the first part of the week. So that's great news. Lovely to have Emmanuel back, especially in addition to having Jermaine back in the squad. That was the real positive of last Saturday, having Jermaine back out on the pitch. And he's had a stronger week this week. He only had 2 days training from 6 months out with the team, to come back in and support us. A great character from him. Having Oyeleki back with Wilkinson, they're big players for us, very big players. So they're back in. We've taken an injury to Habergam. Denon Lewis was injured in the game after coming on. He hasn't trained so far. And Gregor Cox should be available for Monday. So we are getting closer. The best news for us is that availability back into midfield, because the performances of Akinola and Bradshaw and Kellerman and Robinson, however strong or difference in performance level, the competition now from Anderson and Oyeleki means everyone has to lift and raise their level, and that's great for us, because for August we scratched our way through the month in that department, and we all saw the influence that Anderson had over our team, and I'm looking forward to having him back at that level. I still think it might take time, but yeah, having Oyeleki and Anderson back for selection is a big plus for us.
Thank you for your time. Best of luck.
Thank you.